Well, hey there, Pizza Pals. It's your favorite slice of life, Melvin, and I've got a piping hot episode for you today. Ryan and Stephanie are serving up something cheesy, saucy, and romantic destination weddings and honeymoons. They're talking about the leader in destination weddings, Sandals and Beaches Resorts. Go grab a slice, but hold off on the crushed red pepper because this episode is going to be spicy enough without it.
Really, Melvin, spicy. I don't know if we're going to go that far in this episode, but this is One Slice at a Time, the podcast where every episode is baked with a little travel, a little pizza, and a whole lot of fun. I'm Stephanie, a professional travel advisor.
And I'm Ryan, also a professional travel advisor and lover of all things spicy, so chill out, Melvin. Yeah, we're talking about romance a bit, but our pizza pals can handle that level of spicy with a little extra crushed red and maybe some hot honey too. Normally, we talk about theme parks, cruises, safaris, and the corresponding slices, but today we're putting romance on the menu. Weddings, honeymoons, vow renewals, anniversaries, all in the Caribbean sunshine.
Because let's be real, weddings at home are expensive. They're stressful and they're over before you can even get a chance to taste the cake. I know because it happened to me. Literally, I did not get one piece of my wedding cake except the one that we shared.
I think that's really common. Maggie and I made
It
a
is.
point of making sure we got to have our wedding cake. But even if you get your wedding cake, you're definitely over too quick. Definitely before you get to the after party pizza.
That's a
But
must
before
do.
before we get started though,
Mhm.
did you catch last week's episode on Alaska cruises and also my pizza oven? Now that's a major bucket list destination, and we told you all about it. If you missed it, go back and give it a listen. But on to destination weddings, where Sandals and Beaches flip the script. You're not just having a wedding, you're rolling your honeymoon, a family reunion, and a luxury vacation into just one incredible experience. Trust me, your family is going to thank you.
And here is the best part. If you know someone who's planning to tie the knot soon, stick around until the end because we're going to share exactly how we work with Sandals to make the entire process simple, stress-free, and unforgettable.
Yeah. Here's a personal slice. 15 years ago, Maggie and I got married. It was beautiful, but it cost us over $25,000, and that didn't
All right.
even include the honeymoon. Just imagine what that might be like in today's dollars. I have no regrets. Maggie and I met at college, and a few years later, we got married on campus with all of our friends and families around to see us tie the knot in this place where our story began. We didn't have a venue cost at all, though. This past weekend, I spoke to dozens of brides at a wedding expo in South Florida. They were telling me that venues can cost $30,000 to $40,000 alone. It blew my
Crazy.
mind. Imagine their surprise when I opened Sandals' Aisle to Aisle brochure up to the pricing page.
Listen, guys, as a mom who's just starting the wedding planning process with her own 24-year-old daughter, I don't even want to think about what we are going to end up spending on her traditional Catholic wedding. Venue, catering, decor, musicians, photos, the list goes on and on and on and on. It adds up really, really quickly. If we get away with the $25K you guys spent, Ryan, I will feel like I have gotten a bargain. Compare
Yeah, no
that
kidding.
to a similar Sandals wedding, which would cost between $7,500 and $14,000, and that's just not even cutting corners. That's
No.
beachfront vows, gourmet food, and your honeymoon already built in.
Instead of paying for a wedding and then adding a honeymoon, you roll it into all one incredible Caribbean experience.
That sounds pretty good. I hope my daughter listens to this episode.
Yeah, me too. There are 19 resorts sprinkled across the Caribbean. 17 are adults only Sandals resorts, and 2 are beaches resorts designed for families.
So don't think for a second that kids cannot be included in your ceremony. Or if your cousin's kids act like those little wolf pups on the Hotel Transylvania movies, you can just make sure to have it at one of the 17 Sandals. Each one of these resorts also has 12 dining options and only about 200 to 300 rooms, which makes them kind of like boutique hotels. You get gourmet, all-inclusive dining and premium drinks without feeling like you're in these giant mega resorts with thousands of people.
And from the moment you land, everything is included. Transfers, food, drinks, water sports. The only extra you might want are spa treatments or excursions. But here's a pro tip. Let's say you want those wolf pups at your wedding, but you want to be at an adults only resort so you don't have to deal with them during the
Right.
honeymoon vacation portion.
Sure.
We are going to send you to the grill because they have a beaches and a Sandals resort kind of right next to each other. You get married at Sandals. Those that want adults only stay at Sandals, and the kids stay at beaches. The kids could come over for the wedding. They get kicked out after 4 hours.
Nice. And just think, the day before the wedding, guys, the boys can go out for a fishing excursion. The girls can do a spa day, or vice versa, whatever, suits your crew. And doesn't it just sound perfect? Sandals also offers a variety of wedding packages. So this isn't like a one-size-fits-all deal. But the most common one that couples pick is this epic wedding package.
Right. The epic wedding has it all. A stunning ceremony setup, cocktail reception, plated dinner for your guests, personalized wedding planning, decor, and a dedicated on-resort wedding team.
And don't forget the built-in honeymoon. Breakfast in bed, a candlelight dinner, and suites so romantic that you may never leave. Or here's an idea. If you want to leave your family behind to celebrate a little bit more privately, you and your honey can hop over to one of the other 17 Sandals resorts for a few days to enjoy a quieter honeymoon while the rest of the family enjoys a nice extended beach vacation.
Yeah, that's not hard to do because, like on Jamaica, there's 9 resorts. So if you get
9
married at,
resorts right
say,
there.
say you get married at Sandals
The
Ochi,
grill, you
well,
go Dunn's. Yep.
Dunn's River is just down the street, so you can just pop
Yes.
over there for your honeymoon. It's truly
Exactly.
everything you need for a wedding and honeymoon wrapped into one unforgettable Caribbean trip.
And listen, guys, don't worry, because if you're past the honeymoon phase, Sandals also offers some great vow renewal options as well. So if all this sounds amazing, but you're not getting married anytime soon, maybe it's time to celebrate that big anniversary coming up by saying, I forever do again.
Ooh, that sounds like it's something fun.
All right, lovebirds. Before Ryan and Stephanie get you too starry-eyed, let me remind you of 2 things. Number 1, they're not just your podcast hosts. They're professional travel advisors who can actually make your Sandals or beaches wedding happen. Number 2, it's time for the Krusty Review.
Melvin keeps setting me up to do this crusty review, and I'm going to run out of pizza places to tell you about. I want to talk today about Blaze Pizza. Have you had it, Pizza Pal? Stephanie, what about you?
I have actually tried Blaze Pizza. Yep.
Okay, yeah. I think the idea behind Blaze is that it's supposed to be like the fastest. That's the Blaze. Like that's what they're trying to. For me, it's the Subway of pizza. You go down the line, you tell them what you want on it, and they make it in front of you.
gotcha.
It's a good concept for what it is. Is it great pizza? No. Is it acceptable pizza in a pinch? Yeah. Does it get an 8 on my
Sure.
scale? No. What do I give it? Maybe a 5? Why?
Right.
Because it's there for me when I need it, and I can customize to my heart's content. But here's a pro tip. Those cheese breadsticks are actually pretty darn good.
They are. I would rather sometimes just get the cheese breadsticks. And for me, a pizza is all about the sauce. Pizza is very simple. You take very simple ingredients that have to be done very well, and you put them together to make a good pizza. So one thing can throw off the whole thing. So for me, though, I'm a sauce girl. If you don't have good sauce, you got bad pizza. So
Yes.
I don't know. Sometimes I just stick to the cheese breadstick because if they have halfway decent crust, halfway decent cheese, their sauce is nasty, then breadsticks.
All right. Well, it's definitely a value option, but let's go back to the destination weddings and talk about the value at Sandals. We're going to talk numbers.
Right.
A traditional wedding at home 15 years ago when I got married was 25 grand. Remember, I didn't even pay for a venue. Today, that's got to be, they were telling me at the wedding expo that there were 30, 40,000 just for the venue.
Right.
A Sandals epic wedding where all your drinks and your food and your cocktail hour and all this stuff is already included for up to 70 people is $7,600. If you want to go up to 140 people, it's still less than 14,000. your
Exactly.
honeymoon, you're going to be there anyway. So that's kind of already wrapped in it.
Right. And plus, your guests aren't just attending a wedding, they're on vacation. Sand, sun, food, fun. It's an event people are not going to forget. It is definitely something different.
They're never going to forget it. And they're going to thank you because they're going to want to go to Sandals next year and the year after that. And they'll be like, oh my
Yeah.
God, thank you
Celebrate
for
your
taking me to
anniversary.
Sandals. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But that's why I always tell couples your wedding isn't just one day anymore, it's a whole experience. So
Yes.
just think 20 years from now, people are going to be looking back and, oh, yeah, remember when we went to so and so's wedding? Yeah, they're not going to forget because it was a week.
Yeah.
So, how do you actually get started with this process? If you know somebody, you know a bride or a groom that's getting married soon, or you yourself are one of those people, how do you actually get started? Is really simple because Stephanie and I exist. You just reach out to us. We will actually set up a Zoom call with our friend Mark from Sandals. Mark, born and raised in Jamaica. He's got all the Yamans and
Yes.
all that stuff. Not every travel agent has this kind of relationship, though. Mark is dedicated to making sure you get the perfect fit, and he's our rep, so he will always be there for us and for you.
That's right. And Mark is amazing, guys. He is truly passionate about sandals and very, very knowledgeable, which helps because remember, there are 19 resorts across multiple Caribbean islands. So Mark helps us narrow it down to the one that's just perfect for you and your wedding.
And once we get the right resort, Stephanie and I will work with the Sandals Groups department to lock in your wedding date and secure your room block.
And then it's easy. Like all your guests have to do is contact us. We'll get them booked. No stress, no confusion, just excitement over your big day.
Yeah, it pulls you out of the middle. We love
That's
Sandals
right.
because we know they take care of our clients and provide top-notch service. But maybe Sand and Sun aren't how you pictured your dream wedding. Don't
Right.
worry, there are so many options for destination
Right.
weddings that won't break the bank.
That's right, Ryan. I mean, almost every single one of the big cruise lines offer a wedding package, including some of our favorites like Celebrity, Royal Caribbean, and even Disney.
Oh, speaking of Disney, interestingly enough, getting married at the wedding pavilion at the Grand Floridian is not as expensive as you might think.
Yeah, compared to some other options and more traditional weddings, getting married at Disney World with like a basic package is not horrible,
It's the add-ons that'll get you.
which is why we love destination weddings at Sandals because they offer packages that have everything included with no snaky cost.
That's right.
But guys, remember, it doesn't matter if you want to say your vows in front of the beautiful waters of the Caribbean, or if you want to say it in front of the beauty of Cinderella's castle. Ryan and I can make planning your destination wedding simple.
And if Maggie and I, we'd be barefoot on a Caribbean beach with sandals. Hey, maybe we should do it all again for our 20-year anniversary. It is coming.
Can I be the flower girl?
Of course.
Next time on One Slice at a Time, we're talking about how to do Disney the adults only way, which is not something that's in my near future, but Ryan knows a lot about. But before we go, Ryan, hey, what's for dinner?
Forget dinner. I'm calling Mark from Sandals to see if he'll deliver jerk chicken pizza straight from Jamaica.
Hey, while you got him with the phone, see if he can send me some of that Appleton rum.
That sounds like fun.
See you next time, Pizza Pals.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Well, Pizza Pals, that's all for this slice. If you liked what you heard, toss us a 5-star review. Tell a friend and subscribe so you never miss a bite. And remember, if your pizza starts giving travel advice, it's probably me.